In a world where betrayal lurks in the shadows and wounds cut deeper than swords, we often find ourselves grappling with the desire for revenge. But what if I told you that the most profound act of defiance against those who hurt us is not to retaliate, but to rise above? What if the best revenge is not an act of vengeance, but a journey of self-mastery? They betrayed you, they insulted you, they cut you deep and walked away, leaving you with a wound that burns. And now, the anger festers inside you, whispering that justice must be served, that they must suffer as you have suffered. But tell me, what has your anger ever given you besides more pain? Revenge, as the world sees it, is an illusion. It promises power but delivers chains. It turns us into prisoners of the very people who harmed us. The true warrior, the true philosopher, does not seek revenge. The best revenge is no revenge at all. No, the best revenge is something far greater: to rise, to become untouchable, to become so powerful in your self-mastery that nothing they do can break you. Join me as we delve into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us to transform our pain into power, our suffering into strength. The Stoic view on revenge. The Stoics understood a fundamental truth about human nature. We do not control what others do, we only control how we respond. And what is revenge if not an attempt to control another's suffering, to dictate their fate? But that is not our domain. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor, wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. To act with malice is to lower ourselves. It is to allow the one who wronged us to dictate our character." Seneca, another great Stoic, taught that holding on to anger is like grasping a burning coal, thinking we are harming another when in truth we are only destroying ourselves. So we must ask ourselves, do we want to destroy ourselves in our pursuit of justice, or do we want to rise above it? The weight of anger. Anger is a poison. It burns from the inside. When we seek revenge, we do not rid ourselves of the pain, we feed it. We keep the wound open. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, taught that if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. They do not control your anger. You do. They do not control your suffering. You do. But let's be honest, letting go of anger is not easy. Our minds crave justice. They crave the satisfaction of seeing those who wronged us brought to their knees. But what is justice? Is it them suffering in return, or is it us no longer suffering because of them? True justice, the kind that no one can take from you, is becoming so unshaken, so free, that their actions no longer bind you. The power of indifference. Imagine this. Someone insults you, but instead of reacting, you laugh. Not out of mockery, but because their words mean nothing to you. Imagine someone who wronged you sees you thriving, unaffected by their betrayal. That is true victory. That is true revenge. The Stoics practiced indifference, not apathy, but a refusal to be ruled by the emotions others stir in us. If someone seeks to hurt you, and you remain unshaken, they have failed. Seneca wrote, "A setback has often cleared the way for greater prosperity." Use what was meant to break you as fuel. Let it transform you. Let it make you so great that their existence becomes irrelevant. Building an unbreakable mindset. How do we master this level of resilience? 1. Control your response. Before you react, ask, does this serve me? Does this make me stronger? If the answer is no, let it go. 2. Redirect your energy. Do not waste time plotting revenge. Instead, use that fire to build, to create, to strengthen yourself. 3. Accept and move forward. What has happened cannot be changed, but what you do next defines you. Your past does not own you, your response to it does. 4. Live well. The ultimate revenge is success, not in wealth, but in character. To be so at peace that nothing can disturb you. To be so focused on your growth that those who hurt you become insignificant. They wanted to see you break. They wanted to see you suffer. Instead, you rise. You build yourself into something greater than they could ever touch. You become untouchable, not by proving them wrong, but by making them irrelevant. This is the way of the Stoic. This is the way of the unbreakable. So the next time someone wrongs you, remember, you don't need revenge. You need only to become so strong, so resilient, that their actions no longer matter. And when that day comes, you will look back, not with anger, not with pain, but with peace.